I'm Tim Gutmann. I'm in philosophy and religion. Right now, I am finishing a book on the history of education. In the medieval Islamic world, they had a really interesting guy who said a really interesting thing about education that's always stuck with me. He compared it to going on pilgrimage. And what that means for the seeker, for the student, for the traveler, is that you have to make sure that you're going for the right reasons. You have to understand how important it is for you to go on this pilgrimage to become closer to God. And you also have to seek out somebody who knows what they're doing, someone who's been along the way. And that wasn't the only kind of travel people were up to in those days and in that part of the world. They also had this other institution called a journey in the search of knowledge, which was a lot more open-ended. That was where people decided for themselves what they thought was the most important thing to know in their spiritual and intellectual lives. And the answer to that question might lead them to the desert of Mesopotamia, or it might lead them up into the Hindu Kush mountains as they searched out a person who knew something that they thought no one else knew, and they wanted to take it from them and take it from there. In our class, we're going to be explorers together. So I am not going to be in the position of a sage on the mountaintop, but rather together we're going to be taking a journey to some fascinating places. We are going to be going back into the Islamic Middle Ages to meet a guy who traveled from Morocco to Sri Lanka to the Philippines to China and back. We are going into outer space together to learn about how and why anybody would want to do that. We're going to be learning about how people from Taiwan to Hawaii settled the Pacific, and we're going to be taking a very personal journey across the southwestern border in search of meaning. We're going to be doing all that together, and I can't wait to pack my bags and set off with you. There's this wonderful book I'm really excited to get into. It's called City on Mars, and the title explains it. It's all about learning about life on the fourth planet, such as we might be able to have it. So I'm a sci-fi guy. I really liked reading the Mars trilogy by Kim Stanley Robinson. Classic, definitely recommend all three. I'd recommend them especially if you're interested in the social side of science fiction, if you're interested in political theory and those kinds of things. It's cool and all, but it is a little bit magical, it's a little bit fanciful. I can't wait to hear from people who actually do know the science and who are giving us a 2025 perspective on what it would be like to live out there. Theme for next year is exploration, and that has got me thinking about all of my misspent misadventures. Probably my favorite one of those was when I got to live and study in Morocco. And they have this really interesting thing there where the major cities in Morocco are very often organized into two major cities. One of them is called by the Arabic name Medina, which just means city. And very often it's got narrow streets and lots of donkey traffic. It looks and feels quite like a city from 1,000 years ago, quite deliberately so. They've taken pains to preserve it that way. The other kind of place they have is called a ville nouvelle, or a new town. This is the 21st century settlement where they've got buildings and offices and cars and all that kind of stuff. And it's not like one kind of person lives in one kind of place. Most people commute back and forth all the time. Most people get to experience the sense in which the present is visible from the past in certain respects, and that the past stays in the present. And that kind of relationship in space and time is one I'm really glad that I've gotten to experience, and one I hope to share a little bit of with you.